Good morning friends, myself Dr. Ashish Panchal from Trisha Institute of Biology. In last lecture we already discussed the Good morning friends, myself Dr. Ashish Panchal from Trisha Institute of Biology. In last lecture we already discussed the plant growth promoter. There are mainly three plant growth promoter: auxin, gibberellin and cytokinin. Now in today's lecture we will discuss the plant growth inhibitors. The first plant growth inhibitor is ethylene. So ethylene is the gaseous form of the PGR. Means ethylene is the gaseous form of the plant growth hormones. Okay, and we already discussed the ethylene means plant growth hormone was discovered by the cousins. Where the ethylene is mainly found. So ethylene is most widely found the tissue undergoing the senescence and the ripening the fruit. Means in plant where the large amount of ethylene is found, so it is found in the tissue which undergoing the senescence phase or ripening the fruit. Okay, then ethylene is also responsible for horizontal growth of the seedling, as well as it is responsible for the swelling of the main axis and apical hook formation. Now what is horizontal growth of the seedling? So ethylene is responsible for the horizontal growth, means it is substrate growth on the soil. Then the swelling of axis, means the main axis gets swell up with the help of ethylene, and also it is responsible for the formation of the hook formation of the apical part of the stem. So ethylene is the gaseous PGR. Where it is mostly found? So ethylene is most widely found in the tissue which undergoing the senescence and the ripening fruit. And ethylene is responsible for the horizontal seedling. It also responsible for the swelling of axis and help in the apical hook formation. Now what are the application of ethylene? So application of ethylene, it is responsible for promote the senescence and abscission of the leaves and the flower. So ethylene is responsible for promote the senescence. Senescence means aging. So ethylene is promote the aging, as well as it promote the abscission of the leaves and the flower. Abscission means falling of leaves and the flower in the autumn season. Okay, then it is highly effective on the fruit ripening. Okay, ethylene is highly effective on the fruit ripening, means they are responsible for the ripening of the fruit. As we discussed earlier, the cousin as we discussed earlier, the cousins was discovered the okay. As we discussed earlier, the cousin discovered the ethylene by using the ripened orange. This ripened orange released the gaseous volatile substance, and that gaseous volatile substance which ripening the banana. Okay, so it is highly effective on fruit ripening. Also during the ripening of the fruit, the respiratory rate is enhanced. So ethylene is increase the respiratory rate, because during the ripening of the fruit it requires the more energy, and that's why it increase their respiratory rate, and this respiration is known as the respiratory climactic. It is known as the respiratory climactic. So during the ripening of the fruit, ethylene is necessary, and during the ripening of the fruit the more energy is required. That's why ethylene enhance the rate of respiration, and this respiration is known as the rate of respiration is known as the respiratory climactic. Also ethylene is responsible for the breakdown of the seed and the bud dormancy. Actually it break the dormancy. Okay, means it break down the seed and the bud dormancy. Also it initiate the seed germination in the groundnut seed, means like peanut seed. So they help in the germination of the seed. The function is looks like a plant growth promoter, but the performed by the plant growth inhibitor. Okay, so it initiate the seed germination in the peanut seed. Also, it help to sprouting the potato tuber, means it help in the sprouting the potato tuber. Also, the ethylene is responsible for the elongation of the internode and the petiole. Suppose this is the petiole, this is the internode. So ethylene is responsible for the elongation of the petiole and internode in the deep water rice plant. Okay. Also, ethylene is gaseous in nature, so it is responsible for floating the leaves and the upper part of the plant above the water. So it helps for the buoyancy, it provide the buoyancy as well as it help the floating the leaves and the upper part of the plant on the water. It promote the development of the it promote the root development and the formation of the root hair. So as increase the root hair formation, what happen? The surface area will be increased, and the surface area increase, it will increase the absorption of the water from the soil. So ethylene is responsible for the development of the root as well as it help in the formation of the root hair, and it also help in the absorption of the water from the soil. Ethylene is responsible for the fruit sat in pineapple, and also it increase the flowering in mango. Ethylene is responsible for setting the fruit in the pineapple and flowering in the mango. Clear? So these are the application of the ethylene. Now one more important things, that is ethaphone. That ethaphone, actually it is a marketed preparation which has a similar activity as ethylene. Always this ethaphone is available in the aqueous solution. When we sprayed the ethaphone on the plant, it is readily absorbed by the plant and they release the ethylene slowly. Means this ethaphone, it is aqueous in nature. When we sprayed on the plant, it is readily absorbed by the plant and they release the ethylene slowly. That ethylene is hasten. Hasten means increase the ripening of the fruit in tomato and the apple. Also, ethylene is accelerate. Accelerate means also increase the abscission. Abscission means falling of leaves, flower and the fruit in cotton plant, cherry plant and the walnut plant. And last, the ethylene is promote the female flower or the develop the female flower earlier in the cucumber, and it increase the yield of the cucumber. Clear? So this is called all effect of the ethaphone. Okay, so let us discuss again ethylene. Ethylene is the gaseous plant growth hormone. Second point, ethylene is found in a large amount in a tissue undergoing the senescence and the ripening fruit. Ethylene is responsible for the horizontal growth of the seedling. It helps in swelling of axis. Also, it helps in the apical hook formation. Application, it promote the senescence and the abscission of the leaves and the flower. Means they promote the aging and it increase or promote the falling of the leaves and the flower. It highly effective in the fruit ripening. Means without ethylene the fruit never get ripen. Okay, अब सबको पता होगा कि हम मैंगो जो आर्टिफिशियली मैंगो को हम ग्रो करते हैं और उसको पकाते हैं, दैट इज विद द हेल्प ऑफ द एथिलीन. Okay, it enhance the rate of respiration because during the fruit ripening the fruit require the more amount of energy, so it require the more amount of the respiration. So during the fruit ripening the rate of respiration is enhanced with the help of ethylene, and that increasing the rate of respiration is known as the respiratory climactic. It also break down the seed and the bud dormancy, initiate the seed germination in the peanut plant or the peanut seed. Also it help in the sprouting of tomato tuber. Okay, ethylene in the it increase the internode and the petiole elongation in the deep water rice plant. It help in the floating of the leaves and the upper part of the plant above the water. Also, ethylene is responsible for the development of the root and formation of the root hair, and thereby they increase the absorption. Also, ethylene is help in the fruit set in pineapple and flowering in apple. The marketed preparation that is similar as ethylene, that is called the ethafone available in the aqueous solution. When we sprayed the ethafone on the plant, it is readily absorbed by the plant and they release the ethylene slowly, which enhance or hasten the fruit ripening in the tomato and the apple. Also, they accelerate means increase the falling of the flower and the fruit in the cotton, cherry and the walnut. Also, ethylene is responsible for the development of the female flower in the cucumber, and thereby they increase the yield in the cucumber plant. Clear? So this is all about the ethylene. In next video we will discuss the another plant growth inhibitor, that is abscisic acid. Okay, thank you.